What is up, everybody? How we doing today? My name is Joe, aka RossRunnings, and today I'd like to invite you into my space to do just a little bit of enjoyment. Enjoyment of the things that we love, enjoyment of the things that we can try doing together. Howdy. Yellow. Hi, everyone. Welcome in. Welcome in, Tally. Welcome in, Scorn. Welcome in, Jay. Hello. Hello. Welcome in, Jazzy. How we doing today, friends? Hey. Welcome to a somewhat delayed, supportive paint and push, but that's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. We're here to do paint. And I've got, it should be dry by now. We've got, nope, it's not dry. We're already having problems. We got our canvas all prepped with a little bit of gesso so that the paint sticks to it. I have all kinds of feelings. Well. We got a lot to do today. We're going to be lifting and painting along the way, all in support of Starlight Children's Foundation. So this is part of our ongoing push for Team Starlight, !Starlight, if you want information on our current fundraiser. But I'm going to be running a half marathon at Disneyland in January, and we got to raise $1,500 to support sick kids. Paint and lifting equals pain lifting. You know what? That's a good way to look at it. You know what else is a good way to look at it? I think. Are you ready? It's not. Well, maybe I didn't give it enough time. That's fine. Seem not what you were looking for. I mean, honestly, I'll take anything landscape-wise. I'm not picky. Oh my god, it's still so wet. Lauren said 30 minutes would be plenty. I'm not blaming Lauren. This is my fault that the gesso is not ready. But you know what? It might be for the best, actually. So we could, so we can get a little bit of our warm-up and lifting in before we break into our painting today. Yeah. Paint your tree till you have the accident. Yeah. No, I mean 30 minutes for the gesso, and probably in like warmer conditions probably would have been okay. Welcome in, Hearthstoner. How are you doing? Let's see what a little bit of dabbing does. If anything, it may give us just a little bit of extra texture. Yeah. So we might be setting this in front of a space heater so that we can, honestly, if we just painted over it, it would be fine. But we're not gonna do that. We're gonna let it dry a little bit more, and then we will commence in art. Give you something from Scotland right the fuck now. Let's do it. 100%. Give it to me, Lou. As my trainer, you reserve the right of first submission. The wig is actually quite warm, which is good because everything else out here is pretty cold. So, woof. Yikes. Yeah. You dab, bro? Not today. Not today. Not for the kids. Are you kidding me? We are still going to work out today, by the way. Workout preview for today. We're doing lower body. Yesterday, I made a grave mistake, and I ended up doing Romanian deadlifts via peer pressure. So today, we're not going to do Romanian deadlifts. We're going to do deficit deadlifts. My legs might be kind of dead. It's fine. If they're dead, I'll do what I can, but I should be able to squat okay. We'll do some a little bit of leg work, a little bit of arm work. Dan, thank you. Thank you for the resub. 18 months. Dan, thank you. 30 months. Excuse me. I read the wrong number. Good morning, Dan. How are you today? Anyway, we're going to be doing leg work, a little bit of arm work. I might throw on a third set of arms if I'm feeling it. We'll see how the arms are feeling. We'll see how much time we have. But we'll do some heavier easy bar curls paired up with some dumbbell skull crushers. And then if we got a little bit of juice left in ye old biceps, the double sub, baby. We'll get it going. So Welcome in. Welcome to the Joy of Lifting. I'm your host, RossRunnings, Bob Runnings. Why don't you guys get mad at Joe when he does fatiguing workouts off plan, but when I do it, it's the end of the world? Because I've not been on a cut for 20 weeks. I will say I did get in a lot of trouble with Lou when I was doing anything off plan while I was in contest prep. He was not having it. He was not a happy boy. When I was just doing like box jumps with Holder, like 12 weeks out, I remember that very specifically. Lou was in chat just losing his mind. Shots? What? Or was that meant to be shorts? Yeah, honestly, Scorned, I would not have done RDLs yesterday. Holder did say they're a back exercise. And they can definitely work your back. And this isn't meant to be a flex, but I do have really good form with RDLs for the most part. Good enough that they are primarily a hip and glute movement. It's the Crocs and jorts. I'm gonna put on, oh no, my brush. The Crocs are gonna go away for a while. I wore this last night for trick-or-treaters, and those kids, I tell you what, I mean it when I say, gave me hope for a brighter future, seeing how many children came to my door and recognized Bob Ross. It's like, you know what? Even if you haven't watched any Bob Ross, the fact that you know he exists and likely are familiar with the way that he approaches compassion and self-forgiveness, that makes me feel good. Oh. Just gonna warm up a little bit before we get into some squatting. We're gonna be squatting all over the place. The joy of squatting. Welcome in, folks. Hope you're having a great Friday. Oh, wow. Fine. Moving the workout wheel with the current options. Oh, so you still have a wheel. Oh, you're all good, Dan. Do what you got to do. All right, let's check out our landscape. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay, that's very pretty. I'm gonna see what I can do to recreate that. Welcome in, Cook. So glad you could join us today. Yeah, E-Tron, I had the like dark wash, like full long dark wash jeans. I got this shirt and the jeans thrifted. But today, since we're lifting, gotta do the jorts. I'm starting to feel like a one-trick pony with the jorts. But at the same time, you know what? I'm worth it. I'm worth it. Oh boy. The jorts are also getting a little more snug now that I'm sitting right about 180. Oh, scale been moving. Which is a good thing and a bad thing, because I know very well that you know, some folks are here primarily for a shredded runnings. And shredded runnings, that timer is that's ticking down. Oh, oof. Ooh. Ooh. Boy, gotta warm it up. Jorts will never get old. Well, thank you, Michael. I needed to hear that today. Wife made me a 3-foot giant spin wheel. Oh, word. Okay, I thought you had like a little virtual wheel. For some reason, I thought I didn't know there was a physical version, but I remember it now. much longer short. I would call them pants. Did you show a little bit of ankle like a true hussy? What are you looking to bulk up to? It's you know, I'm unsure. I think like my perspective on it right now is that I want to kind of feel things out to where, and I'm actually starting to get close to where I'm just not as hungry all the time or like as food focused. So like getting enough body fat on me that my body is not like fighting me the entire time. No advantage to getting too much fat on you. Yeah, no, I hear you. I hear you. Mr. Turtle, thank you for the resub. Welcome in. Welcome in, Thomas. Don't be like me and waste a 6-month bulk by doing a 6-month cut after. I go back and forth, you know? Because I know that as a relatively advanced lifter, and I use advanced not as like, oh, I'm so good, I'm so strong. I use advanced as like someone who's been doing it for a long time. But I've spent quite a bit of my points, so to speak, where I can get a lot of fresh benefits from bulking. And I know that the improvements that I'm trying to make are likely to happen, but will be relatively minor in terms of actual lean tissue gained. So that's the battle. You know, I'm like trying to continue tracking a little bit, but also work on some of those things I have around food that have me a little more fixated on it from time to time. Don't waste a 6-month bulk by doing a 6-month cut. Yeah, so the longest bulk I have done up to this point is a 4-month bulk, and I did a pound a month for 4 months, turned the ship around, and it was fine. But this one's going to be a little bit longer, so I don't know. I imagine there's going to be some little cut periods, some maintenance periods. What I'm honestly anticipating will happen is I'll gain a little bit more weight, potentially get up to around 190. We'll see. And then from there, I will be mostly at maintenance. So I'm going to be up to date this weekend. It will be. Yesterday is not going to have a lot of information on it though. Welcome back, Dan. Yeah, I'm gonna get the log updated. Man, this week, just like I thought we were gonna have a chill night last night, and then we had a relative come to visit, mostly by surprise. We knew there was a chance that they would come to visit because they wanted to hang out for trick-or-treaters, but they basically told us morning of. And so all the like life admin things, oh my gosh. Oh, my upper body is so sore. Okay. Planning on doing last night. Ended up getting kind of washed out. Oh, very nice. Oh, yeah. All right. Woo. But yes, am I eating a lot of calories right now? Relative to many people, yes. Relative to people who are doing like dreamer bulks, no. Having a little fun, but my intake is not out of control. Oh. Ugh. Boom. But it's so nice to be back in here where I can be a little more attentive and communicative on stream. Woo. Don't feel some type of way. Far removed from prepping in full bulk mode. So, this will be fine. Yeah, I'll be okay. I'll be okay. It'll be, it's just going to take time, right? Like, I can already feel some of the gains, some of the growth. Josh, welcome in. That bush there will be our little secret. That's right. That's right. Good morning, Eric. How are you doing? Yeah, I was thinking, see, Eric, I was going to wear this to our lift yesterday, and then y'all were like, let's do professional wrestlers. All right. Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, Dan, for the shout for Eric. No. Like, honestly, I was really happy with doing the Macho Man thing yesterday. That was a lot of fun. I got a good set of dump covers. I could go with the combo today, if desired. Everyone go check out Eric. Eric was with us. Eric was doing a Sting cosplay yesterday with the white face paint. Just good dude, really experienced trainer. Thank you, Robes. See, Robes, I hoped you would stop by today because this ends up being the hair that if I were to let my hair grow uncontrolled, it would eventually look like this. To some, maybe not this curly, but it would be close.
Josh Calling asked me, "Hey, Macho Man, who would win in the ring between you and Bob Ross?" Oh, yeah. Bob Ross, he brought the joy with those happy little trees, but in the ring, it's a whole different ball game,
I didn't
brother.
go as The Rock?
You see,
No.
I'm the cream of the crop, the
I'm not
tower
big
of
enough.
power. I would take him down
Not big enough for
faster
Randy
than
Savage
he can
either.
paint a sunset. No distractions, just pure intensity. So while he paints, I'd be laying the smackdown. Ooh, yeah, dig it.
Ooh, yeah. Welcome in, Eddie. And Bell, welcome in. Eric, did I hear you're going to play Dragon Age? Bro. Oh, man. I miss Dragon Age. Oh, gosh. Shoulders are just so burnt. Oh, man. Whew. All right. 245. Get that on there. Squatting feels
Alex
great.
Law asked me, who has the biggest glutes between Fit with Eric Cole Runnings or the Holder Hack? Well, I might be more familiar with Krabby Patties than workouts, but between Fit with Eric Cole Runnings and the Holder Hack, it's a close call. They're all working hard on those gains, but
like
I
know what
bet
a
Cole
JPEG is.
Runnings
Oh my
might
God.
just have
Picture
the
of a goddamn
biggest
hot
glutes
dog.
from all those squats they're doing during the Joy of Lifting stream. Just a
Like I
guess,
know
though.
what a JPEG is. I just want a picture of a goddamn.
Bell, thank you for the biddies. Joe Workouts. Joe, welcome in. Raiders, hello. Hi, Raiders. My name is Bob Runnings. I'm here to help you learn how to paint. Now, the thing about learning how to paint, I mean lift, many ways to do it. A few wrong ways to do it. Joe, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, folks. Thank you for the follows. My name is Joe. I go by Cool Runnings here on Twitch. I use he, him pronouns. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays we lift weights. Welcome in, Anna. Bob Rossings. Yes, Raiders, if you're sticking around, today we are doing a little bit of a paint and push. A late Halloween celebration. We won't call it that. Thursdays we lift the entire gym together. Together. Exactly, Robes. Robes understands. But hey, Joe, thank you so much for the raid. Thanks for bringing your community over here. We're doing a lower body workout today, a little bit of arms. You can see the routine that we have planned. Right, no, it's right here. right here, right here. This right here is the routine. If you got questions about it, happy to help. Happy to talk. All sorts of fitness Q&A. I don't know if I'm going to be able to hit the reps I want to hit. Anna, welcome in. I have something to show you before I forget. Thank you for the follow. But we're just waiting for our gesso to dry. Bob Ross uses a compound called gesso. That is, it's kind of like a primer that you would use on a wall. Just helps your paint stick a little bit better. So, Tiny Glade does look cute. I was playing Tiny Glade. Anna was playing Tiny Glade. Anna, I believe you bought these. And they have been here for a minute. But I have not actually like pulled them out on stream. So I wanted to make sure you saw them. Yeah, so we're painting with acrylic today, so we might not have actually needed to do it, but I did it anyway. So here's our solid snake ducky, courtesy of Anesthesia. I thought you did. Was it Tinker that bought these? Because I checked Throne. I'm pretty sure you did. I'm pretty sure you bought me these little duckies. It was like months ago. But here's a Revolver Ocelot rubber duck. Anna, if you didn't, I'm gonna be so embarrassed. Just tell me that you did. So I don't so I only have to be mildly embarrassed about mishandling this. They've been sitting here for a while, and I just haven't been able to pull them out on stream yet. Really, it's just a testament. Dude. All right, I'll go check Throne. I'll go look. I'm gonna be so embarrassed. I'm already embarrassed. Let's see. You didn't. You didn't. It was Shay. Damn, dude. Damn, dude. I just haven't seen Shay in a minute. Anna, you've gifted so much to the stream. It's okay. It's okay. Someone tell me it's okay. Uh-oh. I haven't seen Shay in a minute. Well, when Shay comes through, help me remember that I need to show Shay the rubber ducks. It's okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I need at least 2 more. No need to Jover react. I'm poking this gesso over and over again. It's still just like got a little bit of tack to it. Maybe I should stick it like right underneath my my light here. Because this bad boy's always putting off a little bit of heat. Oh, we got a squat. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. If you're coming in on the raids your first time here, we do a mix of lifting and games. And this is our home gym. Sometimes recently we have been lifting from a public gym, which does change the vibe a little bit. But overall, we're all about inclusive fitness here, finding your way into movement. And so if you have questions, things you're curious about, things you've struggled with, if you want to share a W, either fitness related or non-fitness related, let us lift you up. I don't know if that was 5 or 6, but it was 2 reps in reserve. That's what we needed. Jova react. Whew. I was just practicing for when shit comes in. Robes, good to see you. Thank you for lurking. We'll get it going soon. Have you seen the Sexy Flanders Christmas jumper? No. Wait. Is there actually one now? I thought I was going to have to make something in order to make the Flanders cosplay work. I had to grow out this beard for this Bob Ross thing. Beard might just be around for a while, honestly. Thank you, Belle. Nothing at all. We're mixing our sneakily attractive male icons, Bob Ross and Ned Flanders. I mean, you could make me Google it. I don't want to make you do all the work. But I'm here for it. All right, so we did 135, 205, 245 for 6-ish. Bob Ross was shredded. I mean, you can kind of tell from his forearms that he actually was like pretty beefy dude. I mean, painting will give you like pretty solid forearms from like a little pinch, you know? Pinching that brush. Oh. All right. I think after squats, we'll start painting. And we'll just be kind of painting in between sets. And I'll move this a little bit closer too. As I threw down, y'all probably can't see it super well. But we got quite the setup here. I mean, I wanted to make sure I had all the brushes that I need and not get paint on the floor of the basement, the garage. The only thing that I don't really have a great setup on, I don't have an easel. I thought we had an easel, but I guess that is not actually the case. So don't get mad that I was lifting without collars. I got distracted. Whew. Now you're going to take your fan brush and you're going to get a nice brace in your upper shoulders for hinging back and extending the hips. Oh. Man. Ah. I feel like there's more there. It's just the bar moves so slow. Ugh. It's fine. Sexy Bob. What up, Campy? How are you doing today? Welcome back. So pleased you could join us today. Welcome to the joy of lifting.
I know what a JPEG is. I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog.
Nikes.
If I look like I know what a JPEG
Zach Bots.
is, I just
Welcome
want a
in.
picture of a goddamn
Enox.
hot
Good boy. Brawl. Welcome in, folks. Hi there, folks. Welcome in. My name is Bob Runnings. RossRunnings. Cool Rossings. Welcome in. Welcome to the joy of lifting. It will be painting soon as my canvas dries. Woo! Happy little JPEGs. That's right, for all. Welcome in, Raiders. Raiders, hello. My name is Joe. Go by Cool Runnings here on Twitch. He, him pronouns. Today, we're doing a little late celebration. Got any happy little lifts over there? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So many happy little lifts. They don't have to be perfect. They just got to be yours. Welcome in, Older Wrath. Zach, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, Hearthstoner. Welcome in, folks. We got one more set of squats. I'm thinking about doing a fourth. I don't know. Not pre-priming the canvas, but I did. That's the thing. It's just not dry yet. It's not drying fast enough, Hackerjacked. So we got our gesso on, as Bob would. C-Dub, welcome in. How you doing? Dan, I know these are a lot of shouts to keep up with, but no, it's a little tacky. So, like, it's getting there. It's definitely close at this point. Like, mostly dry to the touch. It's just cold out here, so we're not in the perfect state of things. What up, Chimera? Toss a fan in its direction. You know, at this point, it's not really worth it. We're just about ready. I think it'll line up really nicely with finishing squats and then starting painting. You're welcome, C-Dub. Dan, you had it perfectly. Can I go in for Tina also? The gesso could still be wet. Okay. All right. I did prime the canvas. Yeah. Welcome in, wifey. Brawl. Thank you for the resub. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Thank you so much. It's like your microphone and you are dressed up the same. It's true. It's true. The joy of blown out audio. Yes. Hey. So there is actually there's also an additional reason that we're doing this today, by the way. So we are preparing to run a half marathon. Thank you. Preparing to run a half marathon at Disney in January. And in order to do that, we have a fundraising goal to run for Starlight. So we're Starlight, who we've been supporting for the last couple of years, supporting, bringing joy, delivering joy, kids in hospitals. What we're doing here today is meant to get a little primer, to get our fundraising going for that. So our goal is $1,500, and if we hit that goal, if we get halfway to the goal, I'm going to announce what cosplay I'm going to be doing when I run the race. I'm going to be running with Michael Runs Miles, who is also fundraising, and frankly, is like tearing it up in the fundraising zone. My man is doing big things. This is Anaheim. So it'll be I want to say January 31st. Oh, are you near Anaheim? You're near Anaheim. For some reason, I thought you were closer to a different city that I will not say out loud. But yeah, an hour. Okay. I mean, I guess that's close in California miles. If you look at it that way. I'm in LA. No secrets. Okay. I mean, yeah, LA is a pretty big place. It's like Dan saying that he's in the big city that he is in, which I will not say, but he can say if he wants to. Like when you're in a large enough city, kind of hard to get caught up. The doxiness risk does dip significantly. All right, we got one more set of squats. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna belt up. For my last set because I want to, and because the sunflowers are pretty on brand, really. City of Angles. Acute, obtuse. Nope, that's, I mean, right? That's not a fun name, though. I was already wearing a belt. I just need a different kind of belt. And so, Zach, to answer your question about priming, I actually don't know why I primed the canvas. I just know that it was something that I should do. But apparently, it should not have been completely dry before starting this process. So, that's okay. Ugh. Not me being afraid to start painting. Definitely not me. Ah! Ooh. A little bit of pinch and squeeze. Jan 31st. Yes. Yes. Woo. Oh, yeah, Tina. It sells out immediately. One of the only ways, if you are not watching the registration screens for the Disney stuff, whew, like right when it goes live, all the races sell out in like 10 minutes. Yeah, you mentioned you've done some races. I love half marathons. I'm gonna run another marathon with Dan next year, but I'm gonna try to get that brought down to a half. See if the race organizers will just let me do it, because I think someday I'll run more marathons. But for now, the one I just did is gonna be plenty. Oh, squats are done. Just a silly little set somewhere in the 6 to 10 range, combining that sweet spot of strength and hypertrophy. Yeah, I guess I didn't have to prime it for acrylic. Here's the thing. I'm living into the values. So this is going to be imperfect, and it's supposed to be imperfect, because it doesn't need to be perfect. I'm going to say, lifting, much similar. Yeah, there's an optimal way to do it. There's a right way to do it. However, you don't need to always live optimally. You don't need to always live in a state of perfection. Perfectly imperfect. Welcome in, Penn. How are you doing? New look for today. Today we are continuing our fundraiser for Starlight Children's Foundation. We are on Team Starlight, prepping to run a half marathon. This was initially going to be a combination Halloween thing, and I suppose it still can be, because if I want it to still be Halloween, I guess it can continue to be Halloween. But if you're interested in donating to help me hit my fundraising goal for Run Disney, then hop onto that link. But no press. All right. Much like Bob Ross, I've stayed hydrated, and it's banyo time. So I will see you in just a moment. We will start painting. Welcome back. So glad you could join us today. We're gonna have a little mid-workout snack. Jay Sunshine, welcome in. Yesterday was Halloween, and we didn't get nearly as many trick-or-treaters as we thought we would. Three Musketeers. All right. So, courtesy of our friend, Sweet Lou, who is both our trainer and one of our mods, we have a beautiful landscape that we can work on doing a little bit of painting together. Let's take a peek at this before we get into the rest of the program today. Now, what I will say is that this is ambitious. This is somewhat ambitious, but I do think that I actually went to that castle with my wife, and we're gonna see what we can do. Hello, Chris, to recreate this beautiful landscape. You have an important question. Are those paint supplies? They are indeed paint supplies. Get out of there. Get out of there, little window. That's what we're hoping to do. I'm gonna keep it pulled up off to the side so I can take a peek at it. And if it comes out looking like that, fantastic. I don't think it will. But the power of self-belief and just a little bit of unchecked. It is in Scotland. My wife. My wife. Man, what if Bob Ross did? Thank you. What if Bob Ross did really lean into the my wife stuff? What if, you know? All right. So here's the funny thing about doing something like this is that at no time did I really be a little wise. um at no time did I decide in the last week to like really dial in on some Bob Ross and like touch up on my actual painting skills. That is the thing that is kind of missing from our exercise today. But we're gonna let it ride. Because literally, what else can we do? So we got some paper towels on deck. We have our, that's awful liquidy. That's not supposed to come out that way. That is some very old paint. Everything's fine. Good. Bob wouldn't get shaken by this. It's my world. It can be whatever color I want it to be. Is any of this going to come out like paint? Some of it just did. Hang on. There's going to be a lot of paper towels on the floor after this is all said and done. And the cleanup is going to be legendary. But until then, start with a little bit of gray. We're working with some acrylics on canvas today. And we're going to first try to get a little bit of sky going here. And actually, you know what? Let me make this better. So this will be the vision, right? And we'll try to get this into it. You know, an Eevee picture would have been a shout, but I have not been able to. In the past, I've not been able to successfully produce her likeness, specifically in MS Paint. No phthalo green. We don't have Van Dyke brown or phthalo green or oh, what's the other one? Is it Millennium? Is it Millennium White? We don't have Millennium White, and frankly, I can't be too bothered by the fact. So what we're going to do is we're going to use nice, gentle. Oh, that was a little harsh. Nice, gentle brush strokes to try to kind of create this cascading mountain range, starting with, y'all can see, right? This cascading mountain range that's going to start with a nice gray sky. You can hear the leaves crackling outside in the driveway. It's kind of a nice vibe. Should I play some softer music? We don't have Electron Brew either. Titanium White. That's it. Yeah, so I'm going to have to be somewhat diligent about like actually holding this down. Both I and Lauren were of the impression I was that we had an easel around the house somewhere, and that seems to not be the case. So this is where we're going to start off today. Just a little bit of sky on our painting here, and in fact, I'm going to now take a little bit of the 901 Quicker White. Makers and crafting. I mean, I am gonna still be lifting. That's the thing. So I need to go do some deadlifts before I forget to do deadlifts. Welcome in, Billy. Welcome to the joy of lifting. I'm RossRunnings. It's the paint and push. It's gonna be a paint and pull in a moment here. What we're doing now is we've worked a little bit of white into that gray to try to create kind of a smoky, cloudy atmosphere. Yes, big supersets. No Prussian blue. That's actually illegal here. So now that we've got a nice base of a darker gray, I'm gonna just kind of work in some of this, some light strokes, trying to keep things just nice and light. Maybe cover up a little bit of that white space, but it's also valuable. Now I think what I could have done a little bit differently here, and maybe I'll do it on the back end, is to work in a little bit of yellows and oranges to kind of get that sunset vibe. But overall, we're looking at this this big scenic mountain range. So since the accident.
I look like I know what a JPEG is. I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog. Hot dog.
Oh my word.
If I look like I know what a JPEG is, I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog.
Oh, Raiders. Oh my gosh. Slanyar, am I pronouncing that correctly? Raiders, welcome in. My name is Joe. I go by RossRunnings here on Twitch. Today, I am RossRunnings, aka Cool Robbings? No, Bob Ross. Anyway, we're Bob Rossin. We're doing the paint and push today. Raiders, welcome in. How are you doing? We're just about to get started with another set. Thank you, Solanyar, for bringing your community over here. Twitch, hello. This is Rob Boss. But I have to clean this brush before I forget. Because now that we got a little bit on our canvas here. Happy Halloween, folks. I'm going to ask that we don't use Pepes in chat if we can avoid it. Now, the thing that I'm missing, the big thing that I'm missing, is something to just beat the hell out of this brush with. I am going to have to do it kind of safe mode in order to not make a huge mess of the garage. Smack it around in the water bucket, I could do that. Then you just gotta beat the devil out of it. That's right, I do have a bucket for that reason. This is gonna take so much cleaning after it's done. English only in chat, please. Thank you. Welcome in. I don't know where y'all are joining us from across the world, but please, English only in chat. Thank you. Raw with the mob. I'm the real Bob Ross. Whew. What does Bob Running think of plain Janes? Buggin'! That's all I got. Welcome in, Sega. So, along with our painting, we're going to do some lifting. Time to do some deficit deadlifts. As if it doesn't take me long enough to lift anyway, I thought about skipping these today, but we'll do just a couple of sets. Nice and easy. Just got to set up a little platform for ourselves. Now, deadlifts, among all of the art forms in the sport of weightlifting, I would say people kind of get it wrong about deadlifts. Not only is there a gentle art to it, there's a lot more leeway than people would have you believe. Now, some folks will say, don't you dare flex that spine when you're performing a deadlift. And generally, the more you can do, kind of keep that booty tucked, keep those arms close to the body, keep it nice and safe for yourself, you're going to have a better time in the long term and the short term. However, it's not the end of the world if you go a little scared cat with it from time to time. I didn't mean to do those straight legged, but I did. Good warm up. Oh, they don't speak English. It's okay. It's okay. You are still welcome. You are still very welcome here. Daria, welcome in. Whew. Thank you, Czar. But truly, y'all, welcome in. We do, typically we do lifting. I do lifting and running as a personal practice. And here on stream, we only do lifting because I haven't yet gotten it set up to where I can stream my runs, both for personal safety and tech reasons. Haven't worked out all week. I still feel tired. So I feel like deadlifts hit that, or deloads hit that way though. Occasionally, I'll be prepping for, I'll be in a deload period, getting ready to get back into it. And I will somehow feel worse at the end of it than I did when I started. All right. I'm going to load this in kind of, you know, just don't know. I should be okay to just go straight up. No, I'll do another warm-up set. I'm not messing around. It takes a little extra time to warm up. That's okay. Listen to your body. Push a little bit from time to time. Get close to failure on a relatively consistent basis. Don't push past it. Welcome in, Acro. Oops, this is Nancy. You should talk shit as Acro. Make sure you sign into the RossRunnings account. I don't know if I ever told Acro that shortly after he did that and set that account up, I had multiple people reach out to me to ask if I knew that it was happening and if I was okay with it. And let me tell you, I felt very cared for just hearing, having someone be like, dude, did you know about this? Are you all right? Oh. Oh. Woo. All right. I'm gonna be kind of lazy about it. I'm gonna just throw on 10s instead of resetting everything as pretty as the red ones are. You know, I'm having a lot of fun today. And I do kind of expect that the people who are here for lifting may be upset by the painting. Yo! What was that? Someone throning? Anna, thank you for buying me a t-shirt. Mandarinia, welcome in. Ooh. Anna, thank you so much for the Detroit Lions retro t-shirt. Hell yeah. Now I got some Lions gear. Have a good one, Acro Nancy. Nancy Acro. What is throning? Sounds so dirty. It does sound like gooning to me. Did you tell Chad about the trick-or-treaters loving the costume? I sort of did, but like, y'all, it was unbelievable like how many groups of five or more kids would open up the door and be like, Bob Ross! Are you Bob Ross? Are you the real Bob Ross? Yes. I've never heard that word in my life. And I would ask my mom, don't Google it. All right. So I got a little bit of sky on here. So the next portion of our painting that I think we should kind of dial in on. Stop. Siley, don't. The next portion of our painting that we should probably dial in on are these rolling hills. Now, based on what I'm kind of looking for is I want this descending rolling image. So if I start with a darker base and then work my way down to where I'm filling it in a little bit more with some yellows and some other hues, I feel like I should find a way to have this more visible for y'all, but it's just kind of hard with this setup. If I would have been a little more prepared, probably could have done it. So we're going to work in a couple of colors here. I've got some burnt umber. I'm going to break this up. See how it squirts. Nope. Erase the words. Erase the words. I'm going to break this up and see if it makes it onto the palette nice and clean. I got a couple of browns that I can work with. We have we have two burnt umbers. Interesting. This one seems like it might be a little more new. Maybe I should go with that. Welcome in, Natty. Great to see you. So we're gonna work some burnt umber in with a touch, just a touch of buttercup. Burnt umber and buttercup. That's gonna be our approach here. Welcome in, Natty. I'm gonna pull this back a little bit. Now the challenge here. Let's see. Okay, cool. It's coming out as it should. Good. Nice little umber turd there on our palette. Beautiful. And then I'm going to drop some of this buttercup down so I can work it together. You can paint over and paint over. I'm going to be honest, this is just a lot of fun for me right now. It's just like I don't normally paint, you know? So we're going to take a 3/4 inch brush and just work this burnt umber around a little bit. Goal is not going to be to get it on there super duper thick, but just kind of dabble and work our way down. Now we could try to get a little more of a, oh God, I'm not reading that. A little bit more of a sure line running down our little mountainside here. But I think what I'd like to do is, again, just kind of start off with something that's a little bit dark. You know, there's a little bit of a shadow coming off of the mountain. And work this down here where that shadow is just fading a little bit. And eventually we've got this like beautiful sunlit countryside here. So to start working that down, I'm going to pull a little bit of my buttercup down lower on my palette. Start blending a little bit. Not being afraid of what that color might come out looking like. Just being okay with the fact that it might be a little bit imperfect. Pull it down. Pull that burnt umber. Oh, yeah, that's got a little bit of a gold to it, you know? Got a little bit of a gold to it, and it's not necessarily hitting like a mountain just yet, but I have confidence that it will. And if it doesn't, well, you know what? It's going to be okay. I have a couple of like more loose sunlit hills to set up coming this way. So I'm going to use some just arching strokes to set up a little line here. And maybe I'll come back around with some black to make that a little more obvious. Excuse me. Who approved this? I'm not reading it. It's fine. So eventually we're going to work down to where we've got some water. But I think first we got to clear off this brush. A little bit of a swish in the water. A little bit of clear that bad boy off. We could start with some fresh yellows. Smear it. I'm glad everyone is taking this in a completely wholesome and non-degenerate way. It's fully what I expected. Fully what I expected that folks would see this as a wholesome activity and not warp it into anything more degenerate. Fully expected that of the community. Cool. All right. I'll be honest, it's not coming together in the way that I had imagined. But you know what? The concept is there. There's an idea at place here. And if I could just be a little more gentle with my brush strokes and blending, I think we'll get there. I think we'll get there eventually. A couple of people are watching this, seeing this unfold on the canvas behind me. Beat the devil out of it. All right, I need a deadlift before I completely cool down. Y'all ready to hit 245? Fridays are for depravity. Fridays are for whatever you want them to be. What's the Elton John song? Friday nights are for painting. Saturday night is all right. Something like that. Ah. Happy little deadlifts. It's all in the strokes. That's right. Welcome in, Vervain. 12 reps. Fine by me. Does it add to the mystique? All right. Gotta get some greens going. Start adding a little touch of green to this landscape. We still got a castle to work in here. Much to do. Much to do. Thank you, Natty. Making a latte. Would you like one? Yes. I'll take whatever your heart is feeling today. So we're going to work with some old ivy. Old ivy is our green today. You're following along at home. Let's see if it comes out of the bottle. Yep. Came out all right. Man, a latte sounds great right now, though. All right, so I think I may have gotten my my brushes a little twisted, but we're just gonna start adding a little touch of green here. And this is also where I will continue to set expectations. If you were expecting me to magically be an accomplished artist, I'm sorry, but you will soon be disappointed. So I'm just here to enjoy it. Daniel. All right. So we're gonna add a little touch of green to these hills. And we maybe, you know what? It's going on just a little too thick for my liking. So we're gonna kind of catch the edge of the brush, use a little bit of greens, kind of speckle in a little bit of gorse maybe. Gorse isn't green. Gorse isn't green. But get some grassy knoll going down here. That again is gonna blend really nicely with that yellow, if we can do it correctly. We'll get some water underneath here as soon as we get our castle under control. Light strokes of the brush. Beautiful. This beautiful, awful layer cake of a painting that definitely doesn't just look like I put grass along the bottom of it. There we go. Don't need green everywhere, is what I need to correct myself on. Just because it's there doesn't mean it needs to be all over the canvas, you know? Just because there's a little bit of white space doesn't mean we need to use it every time. Thank you for the follow. I'm painting Lou's house, that's right. Welcome in, Stars and Bars. How you doing, broski? I'm gonna do a little bit of blending here. You know what? I'm gonna pull in some of this brown and just kind of see what that creates for us. That's kind of nice, actually. Just add a little bit of depth, even if my strokes are a little too thick on this right now. So here is where we're going to get a little castle at some point when that does happen. Clean off this brush. Beat the devil out of it. Evie's probably going to come out here at some point when the ruckus wakes her up. Welcome in, Aria. Stars and Bars, good to see you, dude. And I got a hydrate from Dan. Thank you, Dan. Can I get a shout for Aria as well? And for Natty. Dan, I'm putting you to work. I'm sorry. All right. Next set of deadlifts. Oh. Welcome to the paint and pull. And I'm actually going to take off my... I've been wearing squat shoes this entire time, which is not the intent. That's what happens when you get distracted. Oh. Thank you. Ah. Ah. Terrible Hime. Thank you for the resub. Yesterday was so much fun, Bars. Really chaotic, but a lot of fun. Oh, man. This landscape is very challenging. I might actually have to get a different brush. Wifey, if you're listening, do I have permission to dig into the rest of the brushes? I don't want to mess up your stuff. Ooh. Hey, happy Halloween, everyone. If I didn't get a chance to tell you, it's a wonderful time of year. Look really good so far. Thank you. Thank you. It is going to be a labor of love. Yeah. This is the one I'm painting right now. Don't let anything tell you otherwise. I'm gonna go and get a smaller brush. I'm just gonna take you all with me. It's actually, the room is very close, but to get there you have to go a long way. Quite interesting. Big old U shape. All right. See if I actually know where this stuff is. All right, I found one brush. I think this is a very old one. That might be the right one for me to use. Let's see here. Now, when you have a wife who is very much talented in the art spheres, it becomes somewhat imperative, like when borrowing her things. And I think I may have already made a grave mistake. I can no longer close this drawer. I guess that's just going to stay like that until she comes home. That's unfortunate. But we carry on. It's going to be okay. No broken dreams. Happy little accidents. Oh. I don't know if y'all could actually hear me out there, but welcome back. All right, so now we're gonna pull that medium gray back out and get that back up on the palette. Maybe darken it with a little bit of our browns, and see. Come on. See if we can blend it with a little bit of this burnt umber. Just darken it up in such a way that we can use it, kind of delineate some of our areas here. All right. That's really, really wet and bad. And here's hoping we don't completely lose the plot right here. It's a little wet, but it's okay. We're going to pull this gray in. I'm pulling in the gray. And we're going to try to make just a darker gray with some hues of burnt umber. Broken dreams are for fueling your midnight lifting demon fighting sessions. Use a happy little accidents for painting. I mean, thing is like, ¿por qué no los dos? You know? I'm going to add a little more brown or a little more gray to this because right now it's not quite giving gray anymore. The brown just completely took it over. I want a castle, damn it. Excuse me. Bob Ross would never say, I want a castle, damn it. And if he did, I don't know if he would have had his show for as long as we know him to have had his show. All right. We're going to make a basic outline here, which feels like it's kind of against the rules, but I'm going to do it anyway. We're going to draw out a nice, I'm going to draw out a nice little outline here for this kind of like 2-part, 3-part castle. Has been somewhat ravaged by time. But life's about layers, you know? Hey, a castle. That's fun. So I'm going to dabble in just a little bit more. Give this just some extra shape here. Then our next little segment, I think. Wow. I love it. It's imperfect. It's imperfect and it's mine. I'm going to take this this wider brush, grab some of this color, see if I can just kind of touch it down on there. Yeah? rising, like
Look like I know
rising.
what a
That is
JPEG
definitely
is.
not
I
phallic.
just want a picture of a goddamn
Definitely
hot
not
dog.
phallic.
Dog.
Definitely not. Definitely not phallic.
Like I know
Absolutely
what a
not.
JPEG is. I
I just want a picture
of
of a
goddamn
goddamn
hot
hot
dog.
dog. Raiders! Tom! Domination time. How are we doing today, Raiders? Raiders, welcome in. Welcome to the joy of lifting. My name is RossRunnings, aka Cool Runnings. Tom, have a good raid and run. There's definitely not a phallic castle on the canvas behind me right now, because we're very good at painting and we would never, ever accidentally create something that has... It's getting really bad. I'm gonna be honest. This is not turning out the way I intended. But Raiders, welcome in. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm gonna wash these brushes real quick, and we're gonna get in our third set of deadlifts. I think I'm gonna go for 15. We typically do lifting here on stream, and today, as a little late Halloween celebration, because my job would not allow me to be here on our normal lifting day on Wednesday. We're doing it now. Doing it now. It looks great. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for telling me that my blob looks great. It kind of looks like a castle from there, right? We're gonna add some windows. We're gonna add some touches. But first, let's move this bar. Oh yeah. But Raiders, thank you so much for joining us today. Actually, I'm gonna wipe off my hands first. Yikes. I don't want to get paint all over my lifting equipment. And I'm doing my best to prevent that from happening. But I may have to deal with the fact that it just might. It just might. A slow welcome in. Hope you're having a great day. Even though we're doing lifting and painting, this is always open Q&A. So we're going to throw on straps for this last set because I don't want my grip to be a limiting factor for my deficit deadlifts. Ugh. It worked. 15. And I could have done a lot more. Ugh. Why didn't you might ask? I'm tired. Whew. We'll switch up to Bulgarian split squats in just a moment. Let's make sure we clean up our weights immediately. Deadlifts hit in such a way. When you don't breathe good, I don't breathe good. Ears pop and then they won't unpop. If you're ever considering learning how to do deadlifting, starting with some tutorials on the concept of the hip hinge can help you do it more safely. I believe Alan Thrall is one creator on YouTube that has some really good hip hinge tutorials. There was a while where I tried doing deadlifting, didn't feel right. I knew I was doing it wrong. And so I paused and I stopped doing it.
look like I know what a JPEG
Holy
is,
cow.
I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog. Hot dog. Hot dog. Hot dog. If I look like I know what a JPEG is, I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog.
Raiders. So glad you could join us today. Welcome in. Push me some weight. Ah, damn. The fro is froing. Not Bob Ross. I disagree. You got to show off your hinge. Push. Thank you for the raid, my dude. Raiders, welcome in. I'm Bob Ross. JK. Cool runnings. He, him pronouns. Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, we lift weights. Tuesdays, Sundays, we play video games. I guess Wednesdays and Sundays nowadays. All the time. Inclusive community, all about getting moving in the ways that work for you. And right now, doing a little bit of paint and pull. One, to celebrate the Halloweens. Welcome in Holder. Welcome in Tomo. Taste by Tosh. Arch Builder. Sup, y'all. Thanks for joining us today. We are raising money. Oh, wow. That's the wrong one. I thought I turned that off. Hang on, let me get the updated link in the chat. Whoops. So I am running a half marathon in January to support Starlight Children's Foundation. Just by being here, you're supporting the fundraiser. But we're doing a little bit of lifting, painting, and we're going to do some painting now. We need to finish our castle before we can kind of move on to filling in some of the water down below. And I will own the fact that this is becoming a little bit more of an abstract piece of art. And I'm just going to be okay with that. Cheers. But we got a nice thin brush here, and we're going to use that. Kind of slot in some little castle windows. Yeah. Yeah. See, the problem with lifting and doing painting at the same time is that it's really difficult to not have shaky hands. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But hey, Push, I really appreciate the raid, my dude. Thanks for bringing the community over here. If y'all have not gone to check out Push Me Some Weight, my dude gets it in the gym. Man works hard. Push works real hard. Dude is definitely a sets beyond failure kind of guy. And I think the fitness and health community has been a better place with him as a part of it. So this is why I stopped gaming and lifting at the same time. Just like my hands will not stop shaking. Even when I'm using some form of strap or assistance. See, Bob doesn't use paper towels. Bob just paints shit. We've got our ghostly little castle here. And after we get set up for our Bulgarian split squats, we're going to move into working that water down below. See if we can get a reflective surface. I don't feel confident about it, but we're going to try. We're going to try, damn it. Welcome in, Rug. Thank you for the biddies. And we're going to pull out the mythical fan brush part of this. Happy trees. I don't have any trees on this. Excuse me. Don't freak out. Don't freak out, RossRunnings. It's not wholesome lifting anymore if you lose your cool. Ugh. I already did a bit of yelling. So I think I'm going to switch up instead of Bulgarian split squats. Ugh. I think, well, no. No, I need to do Bulgarians. Because I need to target my quads. Suppose I could do some lunges. Ugh. Fun fact, we put on Bob Ross on the TV whenever we leave the house so that Evie can have a soothing voice to listen to. How does working out in jeans feel? So these are Rascal jean jorts. Rascal jorts, yeah. And they are quite stretchy. If I would have tried to work out in the jeans that I used for the rest of this costume, they would have ripped immediately. Come home to a poo painting. Yeah, she learned to use the fan brush on her tail to smear her diarrhea doo-doo all over the carpet. You walk in the door and you say, "What? Evie, I trusted you. I thought you were a grown-up enough girl to not shit and fart all over the house." You know, Hank Hill does have a little bit of Bob Ross to him, I suppose. It's there. It is latent. We're going to do some two-handed Bulgarian split squats. I am single arm curious, but I won't do it. It just so happens to look like you, smearing poo. Yeah, man. I'm so excited for that little gremlin to come around. I am going to make fun of my child in the baby phase often. Not to their face, of course. All love to the face. I guess I would cry if I shit my pants too. Just not in the moment, you know? Ugh. Might wait till later. Oh. Okay. Lou is not going to have much intel to work with this time around. Stinky bean. Robert. Oh. I love that so much. Whatever we do end up naming Little Runnings. That's so good. I don't know why it is, but it is. Bobbert. New King of the Hill coming out. Bobby's an adult working as a Benihana chef. Wait, so it's actually like time has moved forward? For some reason, I wasn't expecting that. Oh. Okay. All right, it's time to do a little bit of painting. We're gonna pull the medium gray back out of here and use a little bit more of our palette, just a tiny bit. Now, this is where it gets a little tricky because we're gonna be doing basically kind of a waterscape in a way, but I don't want it to be super blue. And some of the blues that we have are like very blue. Case in point, the turquoise Navajo that we have here is very blue. And this water really isn't even blue. So maybe I should just kind of I'm gonna abandon the concept of blue for the water. And I'm gonna just work in some of these like reflective grays. Oh boy. I'm gonna just dabble that fan brush. One of Bob's favorites. This is spraying quite a bit. Man, I shook the hell out of this stuff, and it's still getting real speckly. We're not going to get frustrated, because this is all part of the process. I'm going to blend it together, and we're just going to kind of run that reflection down. Completely identical pictures. It's so strange, Zach. I don't know who copied my totally original landscape, but they owe me some money and an apology. Oh boy. I think I'm going about this the wrong way, but like I kind of don't care. I'm going to get paint on my tripod. But once again, do not care. Not a care in the land for this guy. Because you don't have to be good at something to enjoy something. And good is relative. Is there some shame here? Absolutely. Are there feelings of shame? Yes. But it's okay to recognize those feelings. Recognize them and let them go. Recognize your shame. See it as an emotion and let it just roll on by. Because you know what? The only person whose opinion about your journey really matters is you. In many forms. I suppose sometimes the government matters. Real life copy paste. Keep gassing me up. I need it. I truly need it. So now what we're going to do, I'm going to clean off this fan brush, give it a nice little shake, and a gentle tap because they are a little more fragile. I think I've already changed the trajectory of this fan brush's future with the little bit of work that I've done on it. I don't think they're supposed to stay like that after you use them, so maybe after it dries, they'll clear up. Someone makes fun of you, just hold a grudge forever. Exactly. Exactly. Don't work through your emotions. I can't even joke about that. Me and climbing I'm not good at it, but I enjoy it. Climbing especially, you know? It's like there is a part of me that feels like I could be a good bodybuilder. Sorry to kind of jump, but it's like the thing that I have most enjoyed, bodybuilding and running, right? I know that I'm not going to be a world stage level bodybuilder. That doesn't mean that I'm not entitled to put energy into it and love it and enjoy it if it's something that matters to me. You don't have to be on top of the podium to enjoy the pursuit of something. I'm going to lean forward just a little bit to bias that quad. Uh, hmm. We're going to start with the left foot next set. We're going to ride this out for now. Not with that attitude. I'm going to gas so hard it spills over. I don't think that that's too soon, but somehow it feels like it is. I'm just going to say it. I love the feeling of being just completely smoked after a set like that. It's amazing. I think I'll go up and wait for my last set, because I don't want to do that high a volume, but I will if I need to. Enact a violent vengeance. But even then, don't let go of the grudge. Wasn't that what all the movies teach us about revenge? Is like, ultimately, you may do that to make yourself feel better about something, but it doesn't actually help anything, right? It's like the best revenge truly is living your life in a way that doesn't give someone else power over you. I think ceviche is best served cold. I don't know about revenge. But now, we're going to work on just kind of like working this reflection of our castle down into the water below. We're going to involve just some gentle stroking. Only ever gentle stroking. Lift heavy, lift hard, paint gently, love freely. I don't necessarily want... See, I think one of my issues here is I made my sky just a little bit too big. And so as a result, everything else kind of got a little more squeeze than I anticipated. But again, that's okay. That's okay. We are going to need to fill some of this space. Well, we got that. All right. A couple more light strokes just to try to make these run a little bit less deep on the reflection than, oh boy. See, now we've kind of blurred the lines here. So I can try to crisp it up a little bit. Just a little bit of taking a dark color, defining that shoreline a little bit more. I think that could help. There's a chance that if I overdo it, it's going to blur things even more. Because in most cases, you know, an actual shoreline is going to have some blur to it. It's going to be a little bit of dirtiness, a little bit of fuzziness. Ooh. All right, we got to do another set. Heart rate's still up. Happy Halloween, everyone. A day late, maybe, but I'm glad I could celebrate it with y'all. Oh. Hot ceviche sounds like a recipe for tummy troubles. I remember the first time I had ceviche, I was expecting something much different. Like, I don't know why. I thought that it would be some like warm, cheesy dish with shrimp in it. I was completely wrong. And because I was in the kind of social setting where I couldn't openly admit to the fact that I didn't actually know what it was, I just kind of ate it and pretended that I liked it. And then by the end of the dish, I did like it, but everyone was sharing it. And I think they all thought that I really liked it, so they were trying to like it too. I think I did create, by not willing to voice that I didn't know something, I created a situation where no one was able to back out, or at least no one felt like they could back out. Welcome to the Midwest. Hot ceviche is just an entree. Hot ceviche, man, what's that band? I think there's a band called Hot Chip. And they're pretty damn good. All right, I'm just gonna, this may be a poor choice. I'm gonna test it out. We're gonna give 60 pounds a try. 60 each. Oh, okay. Holy gourd. My favorite hot chip song is I Feel Better. I only want one night together in your arms. You know what? You're right. Zach, you're exactly right. Cold fish, citrus, appetizer. Warm fish and citrus is entree. It's like a cod, like a fried cod or a cut of salmon. Get a little bit of lemon and just a little bit of lemon. Oh boy. Oh. I mean, yeah, most like raw fish dishes, I think. Someone came in here acting nice on my account. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Zach, I mean, I think it's just the fact that like you have living shrimp in your belly. Because the thing about shrimp is they don't die when you kill them. They stay alive. They are immortal. They are endless. They are the unseen. Welcome back, Acro. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to backtrack just a little bit on this painting. And I'm going to try to bring some roundness to these hills. Because myself, I'm a rather round, I have some round spots to me. And I don't want to do an injustice to these rolling hills that Lou has entrusted me with. But I'm also clipping the top of my castle as I do this. So we're going to add just a little bit of shadow coming across the top here. Acro, welcome in. Yeah, someone was being nice. I assumed it was you and thought that maybe you just actually cared about me again. But I knew that once we got that photo together after the show, you were just kind of done with me. Like, I understood. I get it, you know? Everyone's got stuff to do. You think Bob Ross was secretly doing calf raises? I think he was. I think that Bob Ross probably could have benched 315 raw, like without a warm up on any given day. And he was hiding that from us, you know? All right. We're gonna work some of this down to make kind of a shimmer of sorts is gonna be the intent. Yeah. Hey, let me be honest. I don't feel good about how this is turning out. And I'm gonna have to buy my I'm gonna have to buy my wife another canvas because of what I have done to this thing today and my lack of intention. But I will again say this is actually just what Scotland looks like. As much as someone would have you believe that there are clean blue waters and beautiful landscapes, Scotland just looks like this all the time. Pink! Always your worst critic. And that is, you know what? In this case, I feel it's warranted. Thank you, Sire Lee. Yeah, I'm missing some key pieces here that I think I might be rushing things a little bit. And that's probably the core of the issue, you know? If you're painting, try to give yourself either time, patience, both is great. Welcome in, Pink. Pink, welcome to the Ross-tacular, our Bob Ross feature stream. Can I get a shout for Pink, please? You know, I think maybe what I'm missing is adding just a little bit more like textured greenery to these to the shoreline here, you know? Like we need something that is reminiscent of like trees and shrubbery. And if I can get the fan brush, I could probably add a little bit of this in a more meaningful way. But for now, I'm just gonna work a little bit of this color into these hills. You know, it's gonna kind of look like speckles, but if I can set it down and then swipe it out, it'll look less like speckles, more like happy little trees. Yeah? 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 You like the rock in the middle? Thanks, it's a castle. I mean, it's a rock. If it looks like a rock, it's a rock. Showtime, baby. Yeah. Yeah. I think it'd be how more it would be if you had to pea Russian blue. Castles are just a bunch of rocks put together. Think about like all the ways that nature puts rocks together, and we just make like dwellings out of them. You know? I'm not saying that we could do better, but I am saying that nature does better. And I think I can say that pretty confidently. Oh. We're gonna do some supersets. Pink, how's your day going? How are you? How are you? Did you have a fun Halloween? I loved the Incredibles costume that you had, if I'm remembering correctly, from what I saw on my feed. Oh. Okay. 25s. I need 2.5. Where are my babies? Where are my children? Where are my sweet time boys? I gotta pee again already. Oh. We're gonna do some curls, skull crushers, a little more touch-up work on our painting. Oh, dude, Ink, I'm so sorry. You got the Rona. Oh, should we do a Dwayne Wade statue? I think we could probably make that work from what we have here. I guess I could see if I could pull it a little bit closer. As much as I think it definitely gets a little more scrutinous when it's up close. I mean, if you put these like side by side, right? And you don't look at this too closely, just like squint your eyes a little bit. It's there. It's 100% there. We're gonna see if we can keep touching it up and see if we know when it's done. All right, I will be right back. Banyo break. Tell me what my painting is missing in the meantime. Actually, let's do this. Tell us what we're missing. or if it's not missing anything at all. If it's done. Not taking this into the bathroom. Dragging these nuts. Welcome back. So glad you could join us today. All right. You already hit some arms? Do you think Bob Ross used pre-workout? Do you think he consumed any caffeine at all? I don't know. I can't see that man consuming stimulants. At least not in the state that we all know, recognize, and love him in. Just doesn't sound real. All right. Ayo, 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 ayo. Sick. At least a pot of coffee. Whole pot, half pot. Brady in overalls, welcome in. How are you doing today? Welcome to our Bob Runnings, RossRunnings. The joy of lifting. Oh, my arms are pretty burnt out from yesterday, but we'll carry on. Oh, good. Good. Lou wants me doing single arm tricep work, so we're gonna hit some of that with some dumbbells. I ain't gonna smile. I don't want to. Oh. Well, as it is Friday, I would love to hear folks are willing to share. What are y'all getting into this weekend? What's on the calendar? I'm going to empty out my gutters this weekend, and that is not an innuendo. Oh. Oh. Woo. All right. We're going to go up on these 35s. It's going to be the move. Because I am incapable of working an interval of 2.5 pounds. I just can't do it. Honey, do it. Dan, have a good one. Safe travels. Cheers, Dan. Submit my ballot, do some cleaning, pack for leaving for Vegas tomorrow. Vegas? Hell yeah. Are you going for any special occasion or just having a trip? Never had to clean gutters before. You just get the ladder and grab the leaves out? Yep. That's exactly it. our house is not so tall that it becomes an actual dangerous thing. I have friends whose houses are just like they have just like standard 2-story homes, but they're built in such a way that it is extremely dangerous to like get up there. So they just they hire it out. But we got ladders. We just got old gutters, and we have rain barrels that we have to clear out too. So we use our rain barrels to water our plants during the hotter seasons, but we haven't needed to water anything, so they're just getting kind of full. And now we just need to empty them out before they freeze. Yeah, it's really dangerous. It can be really dangerous. It's like putting up Christmas lights. Like Wifey is going to want us to put up some Christmas lights on the gables this year. And I will do it, but not without fear. Random trip, 27 more, 100 points. Won't start completely over. Oh, okay. So yeah, you do a bit more. You do a bit more gamble blambling. Going into fall, they're gonna get filled up again soon. Yeah. No, for us right now, it's like oh hey wifey. Can y'all hear me okay? Does this like blend into the wig? Because if so, that's perfect. Howdy, Bella. Camping and painting up north. So this is your cup of water right here. Man, I really do not like how this turned out. I gotta stop saying that. If I'm not kind to myself, why would anyone else want to be kind to me about my art? You know? Like, you don't need the sentiment of like that you need to love yourself to deserve love is one that is very imperfect, and I strongly disagree with it. But at the same time, I do need to be more kind to myself about my art. Because the whole point of this is to like truly, genuinely encourage people. Like my secret little undertone here is that if you are someone who wants to lift weights or wants to spend time in a gym, but you feel like you haven't like earned the right to do that in some way, it's a hard thing to let go of. The feeling that other people are going to be watching you and judging you and like truly caring about how you're doing something. Because there will be people that do, but recognizing that that's more of a problem with them than it is with you. And it helps to start by being kind to yourself about it. So I could model that better today. We have this like nice kind of dark sky that is kind of feathering in with these excuse you, these actual white clouds. And I want to just touch this up a little bit more so that it's not just like dark everywhere, but that we have some darkness kind of fading into what is a lighter cloudscape, if that makes sense. So I want to blend this down in if I can. But I think part of the problem is that I'm using a brush that's just like a little too thick for it. So if I let my clouds overlap my hills just a little bit, then maybe it'll give that kind of effect of not just blurring the hills, but like actually having the sky kind of come down over them, you know? Because one thing I do remember very clearly about Scotland is that there were times where we wanted to like see certain landmarks and things, but the clouds just kind of obscured them. And it wasn't even like an upsetting thing. It's just the way the country is. And you can go on a trip like that and you can get upset that you don't see something. Or you can kind of recognize that part of the beauty of this place is that some of that stuff is a little more ephemeral. And it's not just like, you don't just get to see it on demand all the time. So I'm gonna do a little bit of swirling here. Yeah, to fill this in the teensiest, tiniest bit. There we go. Yeah. Okay, I already feel a lot better about that. Just like being willing to, I'm gonna touch this up and make it a little lighter down here too. Wifey, I'm sorry if you had this up on your screen at work and suddenly it's no longer safe for work. Hi, Evie. Welcome in, honey. Oh, never mind. She's not here. So, Zach, my hair, if I do let it grow out, will not get this curly, but it will be close. Beat the devil out of it. I hate this with every single painting they paint. You have to push through that for the work to come together. And I think we're doing that today. I think we're slowly doing that today. Again, the castle ain't hitting the way I want it to, but you know what? Buff Ross today. What up, best? Can I get a shout for the level best? Thanks for keeping me company on my little bit of treadmill time this morning, dude. So stop, or else. Got it. I'm all done. I'm all done with my self-criticisms. All right. Curls. Damn. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for that shout, Eddie. I can't see who did it from here, but Eddie, I appreciate you. Big love to the mods today. I know I don't do a great job of always recognizing the contributions of our mods. I hope you all know I am very thankful for your service. Woo! Comic brought me some oatmeal just after you AFK'd for breakfast. Hell yeah. What do you put in your oats? Excuse me. Well, they are 70-pound curls, not 95. I ain't that strong, but thank you. Thank you. Yeah, my easy curl bar is 15 pounds. And so we put 30, wait. 27.5 on each side. Excuse me. We did 30, then we did 35. So we did 70 for, I think that was 15, 16. And we did 15, 35, we did 10. Barely got there. Dude, I'm so good at, I'm sorry, I'm so bad at my weight room math. I get real messed up sometimes. Tiger, welcome in. How are you doing today? All right. we're gonna get back, do a little more painting. Tiger, welcome to the joy of lifting. We are gonna do just a little more touch up on our water down here. Because, you know, it's like, it should mirror the hills. And I think that's kind of what I'm missing right now. Is, at the risk of, like, totally messing this up, we're going to try to do a little more of that, like, mirrored mirage. You know what? We can't mess it up. We can't mess it up. That's the real thing. Can't mess it up, okay? It's just going to be what it's going to be. It's going to be our creation. You're a part of this. Cinnamon and honey. When I'm exercising, I'll add peanut butter and milk as well. I love peanut butter and oats. I truly do. Peanut butter oats are like... I'll use the phrase. Peanut butter oats are goated. Goated. I'll use the phrase that the kids are using. So we'll let this kind of drop off here. Yeah. And we'll dabble in some of that burnt umber along with this too. Can y'all see right now? Probably can't see super well. There we go. Is that better? That's a little better, right? Yeah, hey, thank you for voting, Tiger. And I think Rating Overalls said you're gonna vote. Anyone who's voting, hey, thanks for doing that. I told myself I was gonna talk about voting a little bit more on stream today than I have. But thank you for voting, Tiger. Get out there, y'all. And let's get someone new in the office. That'd be pretty great. That'd be pretty rad. Pretty rad. I'm not gonna tell you how to vote. But tell you what. There's a bad choice. I'll be pretty open about that. Pretty open about that. Mr. Rogers wouldn't vote for him. Bob Ross wouldn't vote for him. Say that pretty confidently. RossRunnings didn't vote for him. Beautiful. All right, now we're gonna dabble a little bit of this green in here. Just the slightest bit, kind of like up near the shoreline. And I kind of want to fade it with a little bit of gray, but just a touch. Just a touch of gray. Now it doesn't even look like water anymore. That's my only concern here. Right? We have this little bit of reflection here. I can squint. Yeah, all right. So now we'll take some of this darker green and we're gonna kind of reflect our little trees that we've made, our little bushes and shrubs. Maybe darken those up just a teensy bit, yeah? A teensy bit more than that. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Don't make me lay down some fresh brown. Nobody wants to see Cool Runnings lay down fresh brown here on stream. If they do, I don't know that that's the vibe today. That's a little too thick, but you know what? We're gonna live with it. We're gonna live with it. I'm gonna just rub this off. We're gonna just kind of fade it, touch it down to give it a little, ooh, just a little shimmer. Definitely doesn't look like a turd. Yeah. You know what? That does have some reflective vibe to it. It's not there completely, but we're working on it. Yeah, so we have I made a little mistake with the bot today. I'm not voting. You're not in the America. Well, thank you for the sentiment, overalls. Yeah, you know what? I'm holding my breath. And like being in HR, it becomes part of my job to help people manage during the election season, and also to kind of help with discussions around the results when that time does come about. So we'll take it as it comes, friends. The brush is not getting very clean. Love the progress. Well, thank you, Michael. Thank you. You know what? It has been a very slow labor of love. Welcome back, Michael. Can someone drop an exclamation point, Michael? I think anyone can do that. I don't think you have to be a mod for it. Michael and I are going to be running the Disneyland half marathon together. And like I said, once we hit that halfway point on fundraising, I will be announcing what we'll be dressing up as. I'm so excited. What was the issue with the bot? So the issue with the bot is that the actual fundraising link, this is my big beef with Mix It Up bot. Just like when I am busy and I don't remember to transfer a change over between my two PCs, sometimes we get some translation errors. So that's our current fundraiser, that link that I just dropped. Tiger, if you don't mind pinning it. Ugh. Huh. Ah. I've never been able to curl that many reps. That is definitely a PR. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. So, no pressure to donate, but if you want to support me in raising money for Team Starlight, you know, our other fundraisers on stream, we have goals, and we try to hit those goals. This one in particular, if I don't hit the goal, I have to front the cash. That's how race fundraisers work. Ah! One more. Ah. Woo! Oh, that's okay. Welcome in, Encelad? That is a, those are 25s on there and 2.5s. So that's 70 pounds on the easy curl bar. Welcome in. You know, gang, I could continue making changes to this, but I don't know if that's the right move, you know? Actually, you know what? There is one more touch-up I'd like to make. Yeah, welcome in. Are you a fellow strength enthusiast? All right. We're going to take out that 3/4 inch brush, and we're going to do just a little bit of final touch-up to kind of shimmer this out and bring the water look back into it now that we've added a little bit more of that reflective bit. Y'all, this is the first time I've painted in years. And frankly, pretty fun. I could be down with doing this a little bit more. I don't know that I'd do it on stream so much, but so we're just going to make some gentle lines, kind of cascading. And the idea is we've got light coming from here, right? So if we have some like sunlight coming through here, then we should have a little bit more of that shimmer on this side, and then it'll get weaker and weaker as it goes over here, or at least it won't be as bright coming down. So you can still sort of see, a little bit, go a little darker gray. You can still see a little bit of that like reflection coming off of the hills, but most of what you're seeing is sky. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say you're seeing sky down there. So now I think I'm gonna take a little bit of time to just fill a little bit. We are now actually, we've completed the lift, which is really cool. But nope, let's not make that silly mistake. That silly little happy accident. Yeah. But we'll still smear this down just a little bit more. Here we go. And instead of like worrying too much about patches, you know what? Let's just get some more. Let's get some more of that fog in there. More of those clouds. It's all there. It's all filled in. It's all intentional. It's all part of our story. It's like an injury when you're lifting. It might hurt a little bit in the moment. You might feel kind of silly. When you're looking back later on, you think of all the things that you learned about how you should carry yourself, how to take care of your body as you get a little bit older. And that part of your experience, it does matter, right? A little bit more of that fog kind of rolling over that hill. There we go. You know, there's going to be some other spots that make things a little blurrier. Yeah. Hell yeah. What up, Brad? How are you doing? Welcome in, Gaston. Yes, I ditched the Ross smock, but that is what we're doing today. Today is the paint and push, whatever the hell you want to call it. I mean, we're doing a lower body day, so we're doing both pushing and pulling. But ultimately, we were here to just have a little extra post-Halloween fun time. Potentially at the expense of some paint materials. But shout out to Wifey. Back looking great. Well, thank you, Gaston. I'm filled out today, yo. After that lifting session with Holder and Eric yesterday, we went to this like really small Mexican joint that Holder and I went to last time we lifted together over there. And all three of us ordered a full burrito and a full quesadilla, and only one of us couldn't finish it. And that person just is coming off of prep, so they are not going to be able to eat as much food. But I've been eating candy too. I've been throwing down on candy. All right, everyone. I think we're calling it. I think we're going to just kind of accept our beautiful piece of art. You know what? Once again, it is a carbon copy. Control C, Control V. We have made a beautiful landscape. And we've done it together. We've done it in a way that allowed for a little bit of exploration. And we got gains the whole time. Is it a mud monster? Yes. Ask me again what it is. It's a little moody. It is a little moody. I think I might hang it up out here. I don't know. Maybe I'll raffle it off or something. How was your Halloween? It was wonderful. Honestly. We so Wednesday we had our staff Halloween party, and like we had a staff meeting and then a Halloween party afterwards. I was one vote away from most creative costume. And I'm not salty about it because I keep winning costume contests at work, and I needed to stop. So almost won the costume contest. Had a great party. We all went out and had a little we had a little happy hour. Got to connect a bit, and then last night we welcomed in a lot of trick or treaters. Yeah, it was the Bob one. Yeah. Had some trick or treaters, and I did the Bob Ross costume, and they loved it. Kids, the amount of kids that recognize the Bob Ross costume, like no shit, gives me hope for the future. It's like, even if they don't watch Bob Ross, the fact that they know who he is and like think that he's cool, and he's just like a kind man on TV, you know? I'm with it. Every time you gaze upon it, you can imagine Sweet Lou is with you. You know what, y'all? I lied. I do want to add a little bit of. I'm at the risk of messing this up. I do want to add a little bit more. I hope you all will support me in this. I want to add. I have some spiced pumpkin here. And I want to add just a little bit of orange. A little bit of orange to these hills. A little bit of like yellowish orange. That's the thing that I think has been missing this whole time. Is just like this little bit of fall vibe to it, you know? And I think I'm just gonna. Yeah. I'm not worried that I'm not at all worried that I'm like ruining this. That's not the mindset. That's not the vibe. Just a little bit of this to just kind of add some depth, you know? Yeah. There we go. Now I feel like we've got the hills with us. I'm just gonna kind of blend it just a little bit. Yep, this was a poor choice. Happy accidents. There we go. I'm gonna stretch that out just a little bit more to hit here ever so lightly. Sorry. Just a light touch of orange. And then work it in down here ever so slightly. Yeah. There we go. Yes. That's what it needed. Yeah, I also was struggling to think of like something about thickness, something about painter flex seal. I don't know. It's in there. The joke is there. The joke is there. The idea is there. The vibe is still there. Excellent. Well, everyone. Sorry to disappoint anyone who was hoping that it wasn't a wig. But it is. It is, in fact, a wig. And I have to go to work. We have a surprising amount of things that have popped up today. I have a meeting at 3:30 on a Friday. Why did I do this to myself? Let's go check out who else is live and see who we might be able to bring y'all over to hang out with today. Let's see here. Hang on a second. Thanks, Chris. Thanks, Sirely. Thanks, Bread. Thank you, everyone, for popping in today. You know what? We're going to raid one of our team members. We're going to raid Emo Support Jamie. If you've not hung out with Jamie, Jamie has some fantastic cosplays. Make sure that works. Sick. All right, we're gonna raid Jamie. Jamie is one of our fellow Cosmic Hearts team members. Is wonderful, is inclusive, is just hilarious, and also again has some amazing cosplays. Please grab one of those raid messages. Man, there's my Mix It Up bot is really bothering me. I'm going to be back tonight at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern time to play some games. So this is not the last stream of the day. We're going to be doing some gaming tonight. I think we're going to dip into some indie horror adventures. Try to do a little bit of that. And if folks are around and want to squat up for some stuff, I think we could be down to do that too. So 6 o'clock Eastern tonight. And then again on 2 p.m. on Sunday. And 2 p.m. on Sunday, we are going to be playing with Paul and Sam because they did opt in. So we're going to be doing a little bit of stuff with the gang this weekend. I'm really excited. So I will see y'all at 6 p.m. hopefully. If not, have a great weekend. If not, see you on Sunday. And overall, remember, you can chase your dreams. You can do whatever you want to do. Anything that you try to do, probably a skill. Skills are things you can work on. It's okay to be kind of rough at something. It's okay to give things a try, but be kind to yourself. Be kind to someone else. Do a little something that fills your tank this weekend, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.